If you have any online accounts, such as those for email or social media, then you're no doubt familiar with the practice of setting a password for each one that is used to log in. To save yourself some trouble, perhaps you've developed the habit of using the same email address and password across several different accounts. While this creates convenience, it could also increase the risk of unauthorized access if you're not careful with your choice of password. In this video, you will learn why strong passwords are so important with any online account. You'll also discover the potential consequences of weak passwords and how a breach of one account can present a linked threat to other accounts. To help illustrate this threat, let's check in on Sam. Sam has been building a social media presence for Sam Scoops by creating accounts with different social media providers. Along with a personal email account, Sam also has a work email that she uses to take ice cream orders and field questions from customers. With so many different accounts to keep track of, Sam has opted for easy-to-remember passwords so they are not forgotten. Like many people, Sam's logic for coming up with a password involves tying it to personal data, like a birthday or something that is meaningful to her, like a pet's name. Sam does not want to lose access to these accounts or go through the password reset process, so keeping it simple seems to be the best option for her. Sam has chosen an email address and password combination for each social media account. She knows that it's a good idea to have different passwords on each account, so to keep it simple, she adds a number at the end of each one to make them a little different. Sam is happy with this approach of using different passwords, and she feels confident that her accounts are all well protected. However, there are a couple of problems. For one, each password contains the name of her favorite place. This information isn't known only to Sam, as she talks about it often on social media and with her friends. Many of these details are accessible to anyone else on the platform. Additionally, the practice of using incremental numbers in passwords is more common than Sam realizes, making it an easy pattern for attackers to pick up on. This weak password has allowed an attacker to easily guess the password to gain access to one of the accounts. This password has also allowed them easy access to the other newly created accounts. The attacker has also tried to gain access to one of the email accounts that is used by Sam to sign in and respond to clients, but this has failed. This is because, in contrast to her approach with the social media accounts, Sam has followed a strong password policy for her Sam Scoops email account. This policy requires a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, special characters, and a length of at least 12 characters long. However, this is not the end of the attack, as now the hacker has access to one of the social media accounts. They can use this to send a message to one of Sam's colleagues, explaining that they need a password reset link. So Sam Scoops is now also exposed, even though they have a good password policy. Any attack that results in someone gaining unauthorized access to devices, services, or networks is considered a security breach. Imagine a security breach as similar to a break-in, where an intruder successfully breaks into a building. In Sam's case, the intruder was an attacker and the building was an online account. In this example, you've witnessed how Sam was exposed on several different fronts. First, one of her passwords was discovered due to it being weak, along with Sam leaving hints in her social media posts. Then, her usage of a predictable pattern led to her other passwords being compromised. Finally, a door is open for the attacker to use Sam's social media account to impersonate her and potentially access accounts associated with Sam Scoops. In this video, you learned that using weak passwords or reusing passwords on multiple accounts is a frequent practice that puts internet users at risk of account takeover, data compromise, and identity theft. This is already a big deal when it affects an individual, but the damage can be exponentially worse when a single breach impacts an entire network or organization. Having a strong password policy across all of your online accounts is critical to stop these linked threats.